Hey everyone, it's Andy from Petrolhead, and guarantee this, the number one question we get asked is how long does it take to charge? Now, the advantage of modern technology means I can show you in real time. So we're going to just change to a little clip, and as you can see I'm unhooking the charger cable, which I have next to where I park the car, and walking and pressing the button that opens the flap without having to physically open the flap with my hand, and then I just plug it in. That is how long it takes to charge an electric car. Now, this is something that is obviously not the expected response, but for 95 or more % of my use with this car, I charge it up when I get home, and when I wake up in the morning I've got a full battery. So I never actually have to wait for the car to charge. So in this respect, it's a lot quicker to charge an electric car than it is to go to a petrol station, queue up, get outside in the rain. If it's, well, it's England, so it's raining like it is now. So yeah, you get out to the car, you might get a bit wet and a bit windy and a bit cold. You fuel up your car. Yes, it only takes a couple of minutes and then you've got that. But whilst your car sat on the drive overnight, it's doing nothing. Whereas an electric car can be charging. You also can have the advantage then of using some of these off-peak or dual rate electricity packages from your supplier. So you might set your car to start charging at 1 AM when the rate drops. So you could lower your fuel costs, so to speak, by a massive amount again. So that's home charging. And then when you're on the road, again, this is something a lot of people can't get their head around. So if you're using a Tesla supercharger, as it is now, the amount of time to actually charge from say 20 to 80, so most people just charge up to 80%, maybe half an hour, you know, give or take. There's a few things that can change that. Elon's just announced the version 3 of the supercharger, which is going to be even quicker, and there's some chargers in mainland Europe which are up to about 350 kilowatts, which is 3.5 times ish, you know, faster than what Tesla currently offers. So the charging time's coming down, but that's all beside the point. The point is, when you stop for lunch, you charge. So you park up in the car park, you put it on charge. From that point until the point you drive away, your car's charging. So it's not like you've got to go to a petrol station, queue up, fill up your car with fuel, drive around trying to find a parking space, park up, and then go and get your lunch. You know, if you choose the right location, it's easy, it's all there. You just park up, charge, and then whilst you're walking to the services, whilst you're going to the loo, whilst you're getting yourself a drink, whilst you're getting yourself some lunch, all that time the car's charging. So as it happens, you know, the last road trip we did, we only actually had to wait 10 minutes in the whole weekend of, I think, 600 miles. That's the only time we actually had to wait for the car to charge. All the rest of the time the car was charging whilst we were busy, and that's wonderful. And another thing is, that wasn't even using destination chargers, which are often at hotels. So if we had a destination charger, there would have been zero inconvenience. So I think on a long road trip where you have to at least fuel up once with petrol, it's going to take you 10 minutes. Let's be honest, by the time you've queued up, filled up with fuel, paid and everything else. So the argument that electric cars are really inconvenient, take loads of time, I just don't think it's there. So the time it takes to charge an electric car is the time it takes to just plug in and carry on with your day. So don't let that stop you buying an electric car. It's even more convenient than a petrol or diesel.